Have you ever wanted to be free and empowered, free to be you, free to tell people what you really think, free to show the world who you really are, but you're held back, free to tell your boss to go get lost because they've been abusing you? Free, free, free. Wouldn't it be a fantastic feeling? Well, I'm going to break down some steps that are going to help you and empower you to become that very version of you that deep down inside you know you want to be. So let's break it down. The word is being authentic. It's a beautiful word, it's a powerful word, but it's a word that inspires fear. Let's break it down. So there are 7 steps that I'm going to share with you to help you along that journey of empowerment. The first step that you need to face and overcome is the fear. The fear of being authentic. What does authentic actually mean? Well, here's the definition. AI overview. Authentic means genuine, real, and true to its origin, not a copy or imitation, and often implies trustworthiness or reliability. Talking point in this book, 3 simple steps. I talk about authenticity. Here's my very simple definition of authenticity, other than the act of being authentic. The simplest way to live is to be you, free of concern, free from the thoughts of others. So it's eliminating the fear of what other people are going to think. Take this as a consideration. People are going to judge you anyway. They may as well judge you for the right reasons. So why do we live in fear? As humans, we want to feel accepted. We want to feel embraced. And so what do? From a very young age, we are pressured into being something that we're not. And it starts off in our childhood through our parents. We are told, children hear on average 232 no's a day. Don't do this, don't touch that, get down, stop doing this, don't look in that box. And the essence of your true, most authentic, purest, high vibration self is diminished as you are programmed more and more to fit into this societal box so that you blend in with the masses, so that you become a sheeple. But who did you want to be? Think back to when you was 5, 6, or 7. What did you dream about? Who did you want to be? Think about those things. Did you become those things? And if you didn't, why not? Because society pressured you and programmed you into becoming something that you were never meant to be. In particular, if you are a neurodivergent, you were forced to fit into the parameters of standard average society, industrial revolutionized education. Fit in the row, say nothing, do this, say that, learn this, and just fall into place. But deep down inside, your soul was screaming for freedom. I'm going to teach you how to unlock that freedom. So you've got the fear. Remove the fear. It takes courage. It's going to take courage to remove that fear. But again, you're going to be judged anyway. So why not be judged for who you really are, than rather be judged for the fake facade, the mask you put on. They're going to judge you because they don't like the mask you put on. Secondly, wearing that mask is actually exhausting. It is exhausting to fake every single day simply to blend in with a bunch of people that, for the most part, you don't even really like or care about. So ask yourself, go deep. Why are you faking it? Why are you trying to please people that you don't really care about? Goes back to the societal pressures of being a child. But reconnect with your inner child. I'm going to do a lot of pitching here because I've got a lot of content that will help you do a much deeper dive than what I'm sharing in this video. Think like an artist. This is truly about connecting with that authentic inner child of yours. That curious, adventurous child who just followed its intuition, its instinct, before society told you who you were meant to be. This book is going to teach you to understand who you really are. Move away the layers of programming and indoctrination. It's going to help you connect with who you are, which is about you being authentic. For the most part, we don't even know who we really are. We've been so disconnected. We forget who we really are. We forget what our true purpose was. We forget the things we authentically, without thinking, were attracted to, were curious of. Start going inward to understand who you are before society told you who to be. That's number 2. Number 3, reinforcing, connect with your inner child. On a spiritual vibrational level, authenticity, the inner child vibrates at what's called theta state. The vibration of authenticity is more powerful than the vibration of love because it means you are in alignment. Everything harmonizes. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very powerful thing. Again, who were you before society told you who and what to be? Number 4, you've gone down this path. You've overcome your fear. You've connected with your inner child. Now you have to embrace. You have to embrace what seems to be this new version of you, but it's never been the new version of you. It is you. This is who you really are. And once you embrace that, you will find a level of self-confidence, a level of empowerment that is indescribable. It is worth going down this path of authenticity, overcoming the fear, because when you reach this level, it's a celebration. You no longer care. But I want to validate something quickly about no longer caring. Authenticity isn't about being recklessly you with disregard for society. No, there are still regulations with authenticity. We are societal, we are communal beings. You still have to take society into accommodation. It's not about being boldly, rudely, and arrogantly you without considering the impact. So you can still be you, you still honor you. But it's about finding a way where that you can still harmonize, be respectful, be considerate of, have emotional intelligence for other people. Remember that. Be authentic, don't be arrogant, don't be brash, and don't be inconsiderate. All right. So then we have number 5. You've gone down this path of courage, ownership. You've connected with you. You're learning to embrace it. So now you embrace it. Now you turn up the volume of embracing it. Now you own it. You own who you are. You start to show up. You let people know how you think. Again, you don't have to be rude. You let people know how you think, what you believe in, what you really like and what you don't like, what you're willing to accept. You start setting boundaries because you own it. This is who I am, and I'm going to protect this person that I am because it's taken me hard work to get here, and this feels really good. And I'm going to own who I am in the same way that you own the identity that you were given. What do you do for a living? Well, I'm a teacher. You own it. I'm an athlete. I'm a banker. I'm a lawyer. You own all those things because they are accepted in society. You fit the norm. You've taken on a career that fits the standard. More and more now people are embracing, well, I'm ADHD. We're giving all these labels, which I don't particularly believe in. But just the same way you own, well, I'm from Belgium. I have a British accent. I was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I got to live the American dream by way of a French-Canadian circus. I was in Cirque du Soleil. I own it. I don't have to shove it down your face every time and brag about it, but I own it. I have no shame or no guilt. Own who you are in the same way that you own your address. I drive a Mini. I drive a Rolls Royce. I drive a Bentley. I drive a Beamer. Own it. Own who you are without shame or guilt. It's your identity. Own it. In owning who you are, again, I've prefaced it, but I want to reiterate. I am against arrogance. Owning it doesn't mean being arrogant. Emotional intelligence is being self-aware of multiple things. It's self-awareness of your emotions, self-awareness of the space you take, of the impact, the ripple effects that you create, and aware of those ripple effects. Are they impacting people negatively? If so, can I live with it? If not, am I being a bad person by honoring myself? Am I being a bad person by doing these acts? Because now there becomes a complicated and delicate dance with emotional intelligence through that self-awareness. It means honoring you, embracing you, owning you, but having the ability to adapt. Having the ability to adapt. Emotional intelligence. That includes my favorite word, empathy. If you want to do a deeper dive into the power and the value of empathy, pink is the color of empathy. My top-selling book. It's not a top seller. These other books have been top sellers, but this is my top-selling book, changing so many lives. And that I'm on. See, I'm owning it. I'm bragging a little bit, but I'm owning it. This book has changed so many lives, and I get the feedback in my inbox and on Instagram and here on YouTube, and I know the impact that this book is having, and I don't have to have shame or be guilty about it. This book is doing amazing things. Go get it. That was shameless. That lacked emotional intelligence, that last little sales plug there. So emotional intelligence. I could do and have done topics on emotional intelligence, but for yourself, do a search. What emotional intelligence is. It's got many layers. It's very complex. Now you've gone down these 6 steps. Now you come to step number 7. This is one you have to prepare yourself for. Your life will change. It will change for the better, but sometimes there are growth pains. In getting to the dream, there are sacrifices, there are losses, there are areas where we have moments of self-doubt. We sometimes feel like we're moving backwards, but ultimately, here's what the change that's going to happen. Some of your friends will remove themselves, or you will remove them. But if they cannot embrace and honor your trajectory, your growth, if they cannot support and applaud you for the courage to become the authentic version of you, then were they really your friends in your corner of the ring supporting you? That's a really painful question to ask, because the answer might be very disappointing. And you'll find that your true, your authentic friends, not those who were there to, what's that expression on your ride your coattails, jump on the bandwagon of your success and everything. If they were there because they genuinely loved you, not what they could get from you, but they loved and respected you, the human being that you are, they were your true, authentic friends. Anybody else who wasn't authentic will either remove themselves or you will have to remove them. This is hard to say, but those who remove themselves or who fall away were secret haters all along. They're not your people. They never were. You're going to create either a new circle of friends who also are authentic. Here's the challenge. The more authentic you become, the more you hold the mirror up to people who aren't authentic, and that's going to trigger them. So stay in your lane, be authentic. Know that you will now start to align and resonate with other people who are authentic, because they're going to be like, you know what? I see you. You're honest. You're true. You're not BSing me. We might not have the same core values, but I'm going to respect you because you are showing up in the world as who you truly are. And that I can value. There you have it. That is the journey, the 7 steps of being your authentic self, vibrating at the highest possible, most empowered version of you. It's not an easy journey, but I'll tell you this again. When you get to that place, it's liberating, it's empowering, it's romantic, it's beautiful. It is freedom.